Welcome to our in-depth analysis of Walt Whitman's timeless poem, Song of the Open Road. In this video, we'll learn about the author and his famous works, and study the poem in depth, going through the poetic devices, structure and form, themes, line-by-line analysis, and a detailed summary. Walt Whitman, born in 1819 in Long Island, New York, stands as one of the most influential American poets of the 19th century. His life journey mirrored the vast, evolving landscapes of the United States during a time of great change. He is often called the Bard of Democracy for his profound impact on American literature. Whitman's poetry broke new ground with his use of free verse, a form that discarded traditional rhyme and meter. This choice gave his work a natural, conversational tone, reflecting his celebration of everyday life, the dignity of labor, and the importance of the common person. Whitman's most notable work is Leaves of Grass, a collection of poems first published in 1855 and expanded over time. This masterpiece celebrates the individual, the American spirit, and the beauty of everyday life. Another well-known piece by Whitman is "O Captain, My Captain." This poignant elegy mourns the death of Abraham Lincoln and resonates with readers for its emotional depth and historical significance. The poem is divided into 4 separate stanzas. The first stanza is an exception, consisting of only 3 lines, while the other stanzas contain 4 lines of verse. This poem is written in free verse. Free verse is a form of poetry that does not adhere to traditional patterns of rhyme or meter. In this poem, Whitman uses unrhymed lines of varying lengths, allowing for a more natural and conversational flow. Whitman is often referred to today as the father of free verse poetry. His use of this style of writing paved the way for generations of poets after him. Let's take a look at the poetic devices used by the poet in this poem. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words in close proximity. It can create rhythm and emphasize certain words or phrases. Caesura is a pause or a break within a line of poetry, typically created by punctuation or a natural pause in speech. It can add emphasis and rhythm to a line. A paradox is a statement that seems contradictory or self-defeating, but upon closer examination, it reveals a deeper truth or meaning. A metaphor is a figure of speech that directly compares two seemingly unrelated things to highlight their similarities. Repetition is the use of the same word or phrase multiple times for emphasis or to create rhythm. Symbolism is the use of symbols or objects to represent deeper ideas or concepts. In Song of the Open Road, Whitman explores themes of freedom, self-reliance, and the profound connection between humans and nature. Each stanza contributes to this journey of self-discovery. Let's study these themes in detail. Freedom is a central theme in the poem. Whitman celebrates the idea of personal freedom, both physical and intellectual. He encourages readers to break free from societal constraints and expectations, to embrace the open road as a symbol of limitless possibilities, and to live a life true to oneself. The poem exudes a sense of joy and optimism. Whitman's enthusiasm for life and the journey he describes on the open road is infectious. He encourages readers to approach life with a light heart and to find contentment in the simple pleasures of existence. The poem emphasizes the theme of self-discovery. Through his travels and experiences, the speaker comes to understand the world's philosophies, realities, and hidden secrets. The open road serves as a metaphor for the journey of self-exploration and personal growth. Nature plays a significant role in the poem. The open road represents a connection to the natural world and the freedom it offers. Whitman's appreciation for the earth's beauty and the healing power of nature is evident throughout the poem. The poem promotes individualism and self-reliance. Whitman encourages readers to be true to their ideals, their souls, and their intelligence. He celebrates the uniqueness of each individual's path and choices. Whitman suggests that the key to happiness and fulfillment lies in motivation and determination. He portrays the earth as offering opportunities for those who are motivated and resolute in pursuing their dreams. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Afoot is an adjective that means in progress or in motion, especially on foot, that is by walking. In this line, the poet begins by stating that he is setting out on a journey. He is traveling on foot, which signifies a simple and unencumbered mode of travel. He described himself as light-hearted, indicating a carefree and optimistic attitude. The open road represents the path of life or a journey of exploration. Here, he emphasizes his good health and freedom. He is in a state of physical and emotional well-being. The phrase, the world before me, suggests that he has a vast and open expanse of opportunities and experiences ahead of him. The long brown path is a metaphor for the journey he is embarking upon. It's described as brown, possibly to emphasize the natural, earthy quality of the path. Before me means in front of or ahead of me. The path symbolizes the course of life, and the poet asserts that it will lead him wherever he wants to go, highlighting his sense of autonomy and agency in determining his own destiny. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. Strong in content, I travel the open road. Henceforth means from this time onwards. Whimper means to make a low, feeble crying sound, often associated with complaining or dissatisfaction. Postpone means to delay or put off an event, action, or task until a later time. Querulous means complaining or whining. Criticisms refers to negative judgments or comments about something. In this context, content means feeling satisfied or at ease. Whitman is declaring that he no longer relies on or wishes for good luck or fortune. Instead, he sees himself as his own source of good fortune. This reflects his self-reliant and confident spirit, emphasizing that he possesses the power to shape his own destiny. He rejects a passive or complaining attitude. He no longer complains or postpones his desires and plans. He doesn't feel a need for anything external to fulfill him. This demonstrates a resolve to be self-sufficient and proactive in pursuing his goals and desires. He is done with indoor complaints, which could symbolize the limitations of indoor or conventional life. He is also done with the critical or complaining tone often associated with intellectual pursuits, such as visiting libraries and engaging in querulous or complaining criticisms. Instead, he is choosing the open road as his path to knowledge and wisdom. This signifies a preference for a more direct and experiential approach to life. This line sums up Whitman's state of mind. He feels strong, both physically and mentally, and he's content with his decision to travel the open road. It reinforces the idea that the journey itself, with its challenges and experiences, is what brings him fulfillment and strength. The earth, that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Sufficient means enough or adequate to meet a particular need or requirement. Constellations are groups of stars forming recognizable patterns in the night sky, like the Big Dipper or Orion. In this line, the poet emphasizes that the earth itself, with all its natural beauty and resources, is enough for him. He finds contentment in the simplicity and abundance of the natural world. Here, he expresses a lack of desire to have the constellations or stars any closer to him. This could be seen as a rejection of distant or unattainable goals or ideals. He is content with what is within reach on earth. He acknowledges that the constellations are perfectly fine in their distant positions in the night sky. This line reinforces the idea that the poet does not need to strive for unreachable or idealized goals. The poet claims that the constellations are sufficient and meaningful to those who have a connection or sense of belonging to them. In this context, the constellations can be seen as symbols of distant dreams or aspirations that may not be relevant or fulfilling for everyone. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women, I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them, and I will fill them in return. Burden means a heavy load. In this context, it refers to the difficulties, responsibilities, or challenges that one carries in life. The poet mentions that he still carries his old delicious burdens. These burdens could refer to life's experiences, memories, or responsibilities that have shaped him. Despite his contentment with the earth and the rejection of distant goals, he continues to carry his past with him. He describes them as delicious. This suggests that he doesn't view these burdens as negative or oppressive. Rather, they are a part of his life's experiences, and he cherishes them. He admits to all, men and women, that he carries his burdens with him wherever he goes. He emphasizes that he cannot and does not wish to get rid of these burdens or experiences. The stanza ends with him stating that he is filled with these experiences and connections, and he will continue to fill them in return. He is stating here that his burdens do not define him, rather, he accepts them and carries them with him wherever he goes. This could suggest a cycle of giving and receiving, of carrying the weight of life's experiences and sharing them with others. In the first stanza, Whitman describes his journey as he sets out on the open road. He is healthy, free, and filled with the excitement of exploration. The long brown path symbolizes the infinite possibilities of life's journey. Whitman rejects the need for good fortune, chooses not to complain, and decides to postpone nothing. He embraces the open road as his path to self-discovery, free from indoor complaints and criticisms. Whitman finds sufficiency in the earth and rejects the desire for the constellations to be nearer. He acknowledges that the stars are well where they are and that they suffice for those who belong to them. Whitman cherishes his past burdens, carrying them with him on his journey. He sees these burdens as valuable experiences that connect him to humanity. That concludes our exploration of Song of the Open Road. Feel free to share your interpretations and questions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more literary insights.